Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has reached my target area here for this wave 2. The thing is, this is, in my opinion, at the moment at least, only a retracement in the overall downturn. Yeah, as you know, there are different ways of counting this. And my primary expectation is this chart here, but it could also be this chart where I just count the decline a little bit differently. So I'm going to take you through both. The first one, which is my primary one, but to be honest, the other one is basically as likely. Yeah, at the moment, best to keep an open mind with Bitcoin. But here the point is that in this chart we count 5 waves down, 1 and 2 already done. We are now in wave 3. There'll be a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down that could take us to around 14 to 15k overall. Yesterday then told you that it could very well be that Bitcoin is just doing here a wave 2 retracement. So if you zoom out a little bit and we say, okay, we are in this here circled wave 3, then we can say we did the wave A of the wave 3, we did the wave B of the wave 3, and the wave C is currently ongoing. And a wave C again is a 5-wave move, and we could say that we did, we could say that we did the wave 1 already, we did the wave 2, and we're now in the wave 3 of wave 3 of C of 3. Yeah. But again, in the wave 3, you have 5 waves. So you can see how long this stuff can drag out, because all these waves have subwaves as well. So if we now zoom in with the wave 3, then we can say that we did within that third wave, a wave 1 and a wave 2. And for this wave 2, we reached the target area. This was based on the target range is based on Fibonacci levels, Fibonacci retracements. Here, the 50% Fib level at 19,556. That was obviously reached, and we have now reached the next resistance level, which I talked about in the previous video, 19,700. That is the 61.8% Fib level. Now, what you need to understand, we can count 5 waves as complete in a wave C. So we would need to go into the lower time frame, but what we can do, we can count actually really those A, B and C waves as complete of the wave 2. So wave 2 is an ABC pattern in this case, and again it can be counted complete. Which does it mean it needs to be complete? No, but it means at any moment in time it can now turn down. Okay, so these are always the moments when such a pattern is full. It doesn't mean it necessarily needs to come down straight away already, but it means that we can, if we can count it as complete, it means it can be exhausted at any time. It has fulfilled the minimum requirements. It has first of all fulfilled the minimum requirements by reaching their target area, because these target areas are based on Fib levels, the most likely Fib levels for a certain wave. Plus then, if you have filled the wave pattern, it is a very strong indication at any moment it could turn down. Now, this can without a problem still push a bit higher, so maybe 19.9k, but in this particular scenario, ideally it turns around before or when it reaches the 78.6% Fib level or earlier. Because if it breaks above that level, it is already a hint that it will also break the high here, which is 20,176. So that would invalidate this particular wave count. Yeah, because always when the 78.6% Fib level gets broken, it is a strong indication that it might not work out as intended. Now, if we now break below the, let me see, if we now, it's this level, if we now break below 19,300, yeah, this swing high here of the wave A, no, here, If we break below 19,300 now, it would indicate that wave 3 to the downside has started. Okay, so this is the level we need to watch out for. It would already be a good indication that wave 3 is started when we leave the target area and break below 19,500. That should be, if we see that, it should be quite a strong decline, because wave 3 is usually the most impulsive wave in a 5-wave structure. So that will be interesting. So ideally, in this particular scenario, we hold below 19.9k. And to be honest, this is already an ideal place to turn around anyway. It's the 19.7k level, and it's the 19.7k and 61.8% fib, and the pattern is complete. So it's an ideal level to turn around. Does it mean we need to turn around now? No, but it means pay attention. Okay. Okay, and this is this one particular wave count, which would eventually take us in this wave 3 down to around 17k before we move up in a wave 4 and come down in a 5 to finish off this circled wave 3 at around 15.8k, and then the overall pattern can take us down to 14 to 15k. The other pattern is this one, which we count a little bit differently, but this is the other pattern where we're saying in the short term it's exactly the same, but so it doesn't really make a great difference. But this would be a wave 1, a wave 2 done, and the wave 3 done as well. The wave 4 done here as well, 20.4k. And now we are coming down in the 5th wave, where we're saying, here the 5th wave has done a wave 1, a wave A, a wave B, and also here we are in the C wave and are currently doing our 1-2 pattern. So in the short term, the same story. Here, however, we could also possibly, eventually, this is a bit too early to say that, but we could also count this as a triangle itself. Yeah, in that I would say, okay, we had our wave A, B, C, D, E, and will then turn down. It doesn't make a great difference, okay? But yeah, that is my update about Bitcoin. I think it's all about how high do we push in the current wave? Do we hold the 19.9k level? Do we reverse there? If we don't, we might even break those previous highs at 20.2, 20.4k, but that wouldn't make it suddenly bullish. It would just mean that we come back into this green target range again for this yellow wave B, and it might just mean that we have to extend this out a little bit. We have space to move all the way up to 22.1k in the higher level bearish scenario. Let's say even if we push all the way up to 22k, for example, I would probably still have as primary expectation that we will make a new low. Only above that level, 22.1k, if we move above and sustain it, that would make the higher level context of the chart bullish. So this is the flip area where we are flipping from bearish to bullish. At the moment, we still expect one more low for Bitcoin. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.